first step, use the supplied prying tool and remove the side panel from the driver's side. So you just stick the tool in and apply some force. And the side panel will pop up. Next, use the same tool and remove the side panel on the passenger side. It's the same process. Apply some force and then you hear the side panel popping off. Next step, use the prying tool and remove the top cover for the dash. So stick it in like this and apply force upwards. And when you hear the popping sound, that means the clamps are disengaged. There are a few clamps, and you'll need to repeat the process on the driver's side as well. And once all clamps are disengaged, you can proceed to lift the whole assembly upwards. Now we're going to remove the side cover on the passenger side to expose the cables. So first remove the top one. So just pull it outwards like this. And remove the top cover. Use the split side for the prying tool and remove the inner rivet, and the whole rivet will come out. And just like that. So make sure to keep this, we'll need it for the reassembly. And next, we can remove the bottom cover. We'll need to use the same process and remove it. Just like that. Click on the Tesla icon on the lower left of the screen. And in the menu, click on safety, and then scroll all the way down. You'll see the button says power off. On that, confirm, and the vehicle is powered down. So this is the connector cable for the head-up display unit. So you will see at the very end we have two white connectors. So these needs to be connected to this, and I'll show you how. And the other one is the blue connector, and this should go in here. So first, disconnect the existing connector over here. Just like that. And next, take the cable for the head-up display unit. So these two connectors act like a splitter. So this male connector connects to here. Make sure you plug it in the right direction, just like that. And this is the male connector on our cable, and it plugs into the female connector onto the vehicle. Just like that. And then we'll take the blue connector, and this way will face the driver's side. When you hear the click, that means the cable is securely plugged in, just like that. We need to ensure that the head-up display unit is properly aligned with the steering wheel. To do that, there's a little trick. So if you look at the front section of the top cover, you'll see this cutout. So this is aligned with your steering wheel, and if we can align the head-up display unit with this cutout, then your unit should be aligned with the steering wheel itself. So to do that, we just take the unit, and if you want to have it more secure, you can remove the two protective covers and expose the rubber padding. This will increase friction. So to do that, we just set it like this and eyeball to see if it's properly aligned, and then we'll turn it backwards and find out which holes the mount should go inside. So for us, it's about this area. Actually, it's more like this. Yeah. So when you find a location, remember which direction, which area the first protrusion on the right side goes into, and then count two to the left. This is where the cable should go in. And when you find that location, put in the cable first. So the red cable goes on the right side. So remember, red means R and means right. So make sure it goes all the way in. And then we have the blue cable. So if you look at the back of the mount, so there are 5 spaces between 2 cables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll count the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the next hole is where the blue cable should go in. And we'll do that. And then pull the cable all the way through. And then we have this aluminum mounting plate. So you see on one side we have 2 bends on the end, and this way should go like this, so you can hug the top cover plate. And you have the small holes and the bigger holes. The bigger holes is where the cable should go through, and the smaller holes is where the screws need to go through. So now we take the 2 cables, and then the cables should go through the 2 bigger holes on the side, just like that. And make sure we align the mounting plate, and then we install the screws. So find a screwdriver with proper size, and then twist it down clockwise. If you look closely on each of the connectors, on the male one, you will see that there's a cutout. So this should be aligned with this triangle shaped area on the female connector. So make sure you align things properly and then plug it in. Repeat the same process for the other connector. Like that. We need to power up the vehicle, and you can step down on the brakes and then the vehicle will power up. And if everything's installed correctly, you should see the head-up display unit itself being powered up. One thing I recommend you do is to arrange the cables under the cover. So what I do here is I'll use some electrode tapes to make sure the cable is secured. So now you can put the top cover back in. So make sure everything's properly aligned, and then you can just hammer it with your fist, and once you hit the right spot, you will hear the popping sound. That means the clicks are engaged. You put this rivet piece back in and put the outer part in first, and then plug the little piece inside and place into place. And we'll put the bottom cover back and make sure all the clamps are aligned with the mounting holes on the vehicle itself, and everything should click into place. And also, one thing you have to make sure is this rubber seal is to go over the cover. Final step, we'll put the side cover back in. So make sure we align the clips. Final piece, driver's side. There's an optional piece you can install, and this is the air conditioner flow guide. So you'll see there's a little switch over here, and it controls whether the airflow is coming from these holes or coming from the side. You can see if I flip the switch to this side, the center holes are being blocked and airflow will come from the side. The reason you may want this is because if you have this head-up display unit installed, it's blocking the air vent on the back, and with this guide you can make the airflow coming from the side and bypass the head-up display. So what you install is make sure the switch is on the right side and you have the right orientation, and then just gently push it into the air vent like that.